Hello and welcome to Western Cinema Sundays. Today's feature is the Academy Award winning Dances with Wolves, starring Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner's the other one. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't name the other actors, but this one, Best Picture, I think it was nominated for 15 total Academy Awards and only won like a few. I remember it did win Best Picture for 1990. So, and this is his director's cut. So it is a longer version of the film. Yeah. Hey there, words and pictures. I have the screening room link linked right there. I am going to load up the film and get us on our way. I hope you have time to catch all this words and pictures. This one's a rather long one because it is director's cut. So let me load up the screen room right now, and I'll do that. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Oops. Oh, wow. It just kind of was events. So, all right. Here's the start of the film. Let me turn up the volume. All right. Movie is now playing. Okay, so it is playing good on your end, words and pictures. That's good. Excellent. Oh. Wow. I thought the volume was down on that. Hey, Hakame. Is one of your favorite movies? Oh, cool. Yeah, this one is the director's cut. The runtime on this is exactly, it's a doozy. 3 hours, 53 minutes, and 22 seconds. This is a long one. You don't think you've seen this version? Yeah. Yeah, this one's a longer one. Runtime with all the credits is 3 hours and 53 minutes and 22 seconds. And current timestamp is 5 minutes and 50 seconds of that runtime. He's getting them all riled up. This truly is a great restaurant because it deals with the Sioux Indian, and this is taking place during uh, late Civil War era. Kind of looks like. Yeah, I noticed that. Heck of me, thank you. Yeah, 4 hours words and pictures. It's a long one. There's they because in this copy there's scenes that were cut out. You know, I originally wanted to start at 12:30 because it is such a long version of this film, but Bird was running his show, and I didn't want to run into his presentation of the Twilight Zone, the movie. Yeah, I have the words on there because for those of us who are hard of hearing, you can read the dialogue. It helps. I know some people might find that annoying, but hey, when you're hard of hearing, you want to at least know what's going on in the film. With the subtitles, it helps. One thing about this, even though the director's cut's long, the pacing of the film is on point all the time. You never get really bored with it. It's such an intriguing story, and this is what filmmaking today needs to refer back to because good, great storytelling and filmmaking. Thank you, Words and Pictures. That's cool. Words and Pictures. Yeah. I don't think I. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I did sing some AC/DC last night. Can't remember. Yeah, I'm wearing the AC/DC Hell's Bells t-shirt right now. I always wondered what that little, like, agitated salute was for. Pissing his own pants is not a sign of a great leader. Yeah. See, with that little bit that they cut out, now that we get to see it in the director's cut, it makes a little bit more sense here. You know, all the time when they make movies, they have to make cuts to make a certain length of time. So a lot of scenes that are needed to tell the story better often get cut and left on the cutting room floor until they release the director's cut or an extended version of the film, as this one is. Everything is stellar in this film. I mean, the cinematography, I mean, look at that. All real, too. Or like the long pulled back shots of how vast everything was. You know, they really got it done right on how big the land was. This is before many cities and towns were even established. So it's really cool. Exactly. The tragedy of man and war. Yep.
This is another one of the cut scenes. Yep, around North Dakota. Yep. And if she was here, she could maybe. Eagle Rider knows a lot, I think. Uh, that guy must smell awful fierce for him to wake up like that. Hmm.
Oh yeah. Hang on, Stephen. There's the link for the StreamYard, Steve. Deleted scenes. I'm sorry. Current timestamp is 29 minutes, 46 seconds. Also, deleted scenes, check your. Okay, there you are. Welcome, deleted scenes.
Hey, good afternoon, Bill. I made it.
Yeah.
Here. Hello to everyone. I see words and pictures in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I see Hakami, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yep.
So hello to everyone in the chat and everyone who's going to be everyone joining us on Cosme and on the replay.
Mm-hmm.
The classic 1990 Kevin Costner film Dances with Wolves.
Yep.
And,
This is the extended cut, so it's a little bit longer. A lot of scenes that made to get it make the cut are in this. Like I said, the runtime on this one is 3 hours, 53 minutes, and 22 seconds, of which we are 31 minutes and 5 seconds into the film.
And Dunbar and Timmins have reached their destination, which is Fort Sedgwick, or I should say, what's left of it, which is not much.
And it makes sense now with the extended cut here, because, you know, there was reminiscence of people that just were there and left.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the scenes with the soldiers at Fort Sedgwick is new to this version of the film, and the number of people who are aware that Dunbar is at the fort is ever dwindling. You have the officer who sent him there, who's clearly insane and at the end of his rope, and self deletes right afterward. And the soldiers from the fort go in the opposite direction, so they never meet Dunbar on the road. So the only one who's aware really of his existence is Timmins. Played here by a great character actor named Robert Pastorelli, who you might remember from Murphy Brown, who played Ellen. And you might also remember him from the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie Racer, and also the American television version of the British series Cracker. there's also I think a season 3 or 4 episode of Miami Vice where he tries to knock off Crockett, and it doesn't work out too well for him. Words and pictures saying that does Sue also know he's at the fort? Yeah, but that doesn't really get established until a bit later on. But yeah, by this point, they got a pretty good idea that somebody is still there. One difference between the film and the novel that it's based on, my man named Michael Blake, I believe, was the author's name. The officer who self deletes in the book, he didn't do that. There's actually a whole other chapter where basically he just essentially went insane and gets kind of carted away before he does any like physical damage to himself or anyone else. But obviously the movie, even at this length, did not have time to go into that whole downward spiral of the guy that the book does. So they come up with a simpler solution.
Hello, games, movies, and comics are us. Good to see you.
So Timmons has left the supplies and moved on, and this is the first night. Dunbar alone at the fort. And realizing he might not be alone.
Yeah, that vest could be scary. He just needs to leave the lamp on. I like that it was showing shadows moving about inside the little hut cabin. That's really old school architecture there, made out of mud and like buffalo grass or hay. I find the extended version of this to be quite enjoyable. Because in the theatrical cut, so much was cut out, and you really gained perspective on what he was facing out there, the desertedness and remnants of fellow army men who were there prior to his being there. And Brady chimes in. Pulls the stag from the pond. Found out it has friends. Ah, very cool. Longer, we lost deleted scenes. See, deleted scenes. If you want it back in, the link is also sent to your Twitter on Twitter. But if you need me to post it in chat again, I will. He realizes burning the bodies is going to make a big fire that can be seen for miles. It's like, uh-oh. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Hey, I love food. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for the firm handshake. Yeah, everyone knows he's there. Oops. Yes, we are watching Dance with Us, the extended version or director's cut of the film, slightly longer than the theatrical version. Has a runtime of 3 hours, 53 minutes, 22 seconds, of which we've completed 43 minutes and 39 seconds. Welcome back, deleted scenes.
Yeah, it seems like I probably going to get disconnected from time to time.
Okay.
We're getting a little more with the other tribe, Pawnee, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Led by the great character actor Wes Studi. And if I also remember correctly, this might very well have been his first movie, or one of the first. It was the first time I remember ever seeing him in anything. Because
he also ended up being in Last of the Mohicans remake. I think. So this scene really shows what savages they were. I mean, they just generally hated white men, period. Especially this guy leading them. Hey, son of red shirt. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, son of red shirt, where you're watching the extended version of Dances with Wolves. Just slightly under 4 hours. I like he smells. He even had the smell on his hands, so he rubs his hands in the dirt. I gotta rub the stink off of my hands, so. They didn't just kill him, they had to scalp him too. There he is, carrying the scalp. Son of Redshirt chimes in with, as a bit of a movie trivia. Did you guys know Kevin Costner was in the movie The Big Chill and was one who committed suicide and ended up having his scenes cut? No, I wasn't aware of that.
That was true. There was a whole kind of opening 10 or 20 minutes that had Kevin Costner in it as Alex, the character who dies, and it got cut completely out of the film to where the only scene in the movie with Costner is the very beginning, where he's the corpse being dressed for the funeral. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get a version. We'll get the Costner cut of of The Big Chill. Who knows? Another interesting fact, this was actually the first movie Kevin Costner directed. And everybody thought he was out of his mind at the time, going for something so ambitious. Because usually whenever an actor started out as a director, they would do like these little character dramas, much like Robert Redford did with Ordinary People, a few characters, a few locations. But Costner wants to go out and make a Western at a time where they weren't making Westerns, and tell this sweeping 3 hour, or in the case of this version, near 4 hour, version, from this book that at the time no one had heard of. Everybody thought he was crazy. They called it Kevin's Gate. They thought this movie was going to be a complete disaster and just ruin his career. But no, it did. It did quite the opposite. And became classic.
I love the scenes with the wolf, particularly. It's like, where did they get a wolf like that? Such a beautiful animal. That's an actual wolf. I mean, he's a lone wolf on the prairie.
I'm fine, son of a red shirt. Been keeping busy. I have a new job, so I'm gone a lot. Virgin Pictures is asking, this film made money though? Yes, it did. It did. But it was expected to be a flop, but people liked it, and I mean, they were saying, the naysayers that were, this was a movie that had everything going against it. Like I said, it's a long movie. It's it's a Western at a time when they weren't making Westerns. You have a first-time director. You have at that point in time a guy who was a first-time screenwriter. You had there were a lot. There were more in the con column than the pros, but you see the final result here on the screen. Or at least I will when Cosme reconnects me. So I'm not quite sure where in the movie we are at the moment, so I'm going to have to wait.
Current timestamp is 52 minutes, 46 seconds. I just love the dynamic between him and his Indian friend here. who we come to know as Kicking Bird.
Virgin Pictures is asking, did this film generate a new interest in westerns? It did.
I think it did, yeah.
Because
A big
afterwards,
resurgence.
we got Tombstone, Wyatt Earp, again with Costner, and of course Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood 2 years later, which ended up also winning the Academy Award. And suddenly everyone had to be in a western again.
Yeah.
Which was good. And of course, we still get one from time to time. We had the Magnificent Seven, I guess you could say remake in a way.
Remake in 2016.
A few years ago.
It was 2016.
Mm-hmm. The film that we did a couple of weeks ago, Hell or High Water, which you could consider to be a kind of a modern day Western.
Yeah.
3:10 to Yuma, of course, that remake we also saw a few weeks ago in 2007.
Yep. Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to reconnect Cosme here.
Yeah, Sun Red Shirt. The famous character Charles Lanton tried his hand at directing, did one film, broke him, however. That was the film noir masterpiece, Night of Hunter. We all know what Mel Gibson can do. I just love the scenes with the Sioux Indians. Every one of them is just some really, however, fictional or non-fiction, it makes you feel like you're in that period where you're with those Sioux Indians. tells the little one, let's go now. Oh, it's okay, Son of Red Shirt. We understand. It happens. Don't worry about it. Current timestamp is 59:49. Deleted scenes. Check your mic. If you, I guess you're speaking and we couldn't hear you. Okay, welcome back, Deleted Scenes.
Thank you.
I can't hear you, Deleted Scenes.
I had to switch to a different mode of transportation there. I was having some connecting issues on both the StreamYards and Cosme, but I got the Cosme back up now and I can see where we are. And
That's good.
hopefully the StreamYard connection will hold up too.
Yeah. Low bridge. Cole knocked himself out. These young Sioux youths soon find out that that's one smart horse. Another reason why we love Cisco the horse. He says, you guys ain't taking me. He's heading right back. Poor kid broke his arm over it. Otter. What kind of Indian name is Otter? How did you in the Sioux tribe get the name of an otter? It makes you wonder, huh? Maybe he likes to swim in the water like an otter. Hey, you might be a little concussed, John Day Dunbar.
John Dunbar, concussion number 2. And this, of course, is Wind in His Hair. And he's played by an actor named Rodney Grant. And he's probably one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. He gets quite a character arc, maybe the best one in the movie.
Yeah. I like this. Once again, our magical horse, Cisco,
Yeah.
will be returning, and he fooled the Sioux once again. Oh, spoilers, sorry. See, here comes our Trump-free steed, Cisco. And yet another Sioux has fallen off his horse. Gee, it must be cursed or something, right? You would think. Such brilliant storytelling. I mean, really. And he did it so well, conveyed that, you know. First, the teenagers tried to steal it, then a group of hunters came and were unsuccessful at stealing the noble steed, Cisco.
And of course, we get another one of the cut scenes. Where we learn that the Pawnee have not only been attacking the fort, they've been attacking the Sioux as well.
Here we're leaving by grief-stricken stands with a fist. Gives some more depth to her story. Yep. Our current timestamp is 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 48 seconds. I really do love the pullback shot of the village with this Sioux tribe. It's just brilliant. I mean, look at, you can see their teepees, all the horses. Can you imagine living in that time, in that era? Just beautiful. Wow, they already have the fear of white men. And they have a name. Wachichu, Wachichu. She just took one look and didn't like the look of him. Man, that's just horrible that we brought that presence onto them, you know. Remarkable piece of storytelling there. You got red on your shirt. I like how he put it to only a smart horse. He's talking about the noble steed Cisco, John Day Dunbar's noble steed.
I like how they depict Win in his hair here. Let me go back to him for a second. You know, he's the one who's coming off like he's a bit of a hothead, you know. But once the chief says, "Hey, this is the way we're going to take care of business," he said, "Yes, sir," and he kind of moves on, But so he's not somebody who's necessarily going to go off half cocked. He does think before he acts. It's like Dunbar says of him later. He's honest and direct. His mind's gone. He's crazy. We're just going to move on from this guy. Yeah, communication. If only there are that, huh?
Yeah.
It's what might have been exactly.
I would have liked to seen the scene where he handed them all their coffee mugs. Because those are U.S. Army issue. Don't think the Sioux would have had Army mugs like that at that time. I love it when I love this scene. Sugar. Yeah. Put some sugar in it. The average housewife yelling at the husband. Setting him straight. Current timestamp is 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 8 seconds. A nice neighbor giving him a gift. Gift of a pelt jacket or blanket. Looks like his kicking bird's necklace is made out of bear claws, like actual bear claws.
Maybe. Oh, like the guy waves back. Like, put your damn hand down. He's starting to win them over at this point.
Such a great scene this is. Yeah, right. Words and pictures. A little over 3 decades. This film. 30 plus years. $31 years ago. No, not Dumb Bear. Dunbar. Dunbar, not Dumb Bear. Because who would want to go with that surname, Dumb Bear? Yeah, Dumb Bear. Right? Where's the pictures? Oh, an earthquake. Or is it something else? Yep. Tatanka. Tatanka. Buffalo. He found it. Tatanka. Tatanka. Buffalo have arrived. Oh shit. Maybe that was not such a good idea. Yeah, he just basically he just jumped. He just got jumped in its tribe. He didn't know it. Yep, he's a Sioux now. Uh, I'm not sure of that words and pictures, but definitely have to research to find that out. Uh,
I'm sure he likely was.
all these buffalo that you see remain in this field, it's all practical. Done by great director and special effects makeup guy Greg Nicotero and group did this. KMB Effects. I think they actually won the Academy Award for special effects on the makeup. Created all these dead buffalo in this field. Actually, it's made out of silicone and foam rubber latex. What doesn't take to heat too well, but you know, they made it look realistic enough. Absolutely, words and pictures. Greg Nicotero has directed many episodes of The Walking Dead. And if you've seen the zombie work, that's him and his group who makes the zombies on The Walking Dead.
Since you just brought up awards, Bill, I thought I would just take a moment to go down the history hole. Uh, Dances with Wolves, of course, won Best Picture that year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nominated up against Awakenings, Ghost, The Godfather Part 3, and Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas.
Wasn't
Kevin Costner went on to win Best Director. He was also nominated for Best Actor.
yeah, and was it the following year, 91, that Silence of the Lambs won Best Picture for Best Picture? I think it was 91. I can't.
Yes, that's correct.
Once again, brilliant work to the cinematographer in this film.
Graham Greene, who plays Kicking Bird, he was also nominated, as well as Mary McDonnell, who of course plays Stands with a Fist. The cinematography did also win the Oscar. It was also adapted screenplay. Let me see what else. Film editing. And musical score. Some other movies that were released the same year: Dick Tracy, Avalon, the Mel Gibson version of Hamlet, Days of Thunder, Total Recall, and The Hunt for Red October. So it was pretty decent year for film.
Yeah, and he made Waterworld.
Yes, he did.
This is an interesting scene here that was cut from the theatrical. He sees that they had hunted down the group of white hunters and eventually butchered him. So he's not at ease in this scene.
survival of the fittest, and they're not living in a fairy tale.
Exactly, words and pictures. Well, they did what the white hunters did to the white hunters did to the buffalo. Yep. Yes, Hakame. Waterworld tends to be a close version to Mad Max on water. Yeah, I can agree. Which they still doing the stunt show at like Universal Studios Hollywood, and I think even in Orlando, but don't quote me on that. They all got their war paint on as they go for the hunt of the buffalo. Our current time snap is 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 17 seconds.
As they ride off into the hunt, this is a very well shot sequence, one of the best in the movie. Going back to Waterworld for just a brief moment, I only saw it once on television. Got to be honest, didn't hate it. Uh, Thought it was a little long. Uh, Hakami is right; it is Mad Max on the water, and if you think of it that way, you can get through it. That great shot. So that was in all of the trailers where they were right over the hill there as that flies off.
Exactly. I mean, and I don't. Looking at it, it doesn't look. There was CGI back in the day, but this is all real herds of buffalo that they got. I'm truly amazing. Uh, Such a vast herd of buffalo, bison.
Now there is one mistake in the film that I look at it as a mistake anyway. That I do want to
bring up. Now, throughout the movie, anyone's been shot with an arrow, it's always taken them multiple hits before they even go down, let alone die. But in this scene, you have the buffalo getting hit like once and then instantaneously going down. It's a fallacy, but I think you can let it go. And not the time or place to be on the ground.
Yeah. Buffalo are no joke. They're dangerous animals. They even to this day they've been known to kill. I mean, you don't get near a buffalo. It's just ill-advised.
Safe. Origin Pictures is agreeing with me. One era was unrealistic unless they're excellent marksmen and understand the buffalo physiology. Still very unlikely. Well, yeah, but even in that scene, they do kind of cover it because you have the buffalo there, which already had 2 arrows in it and was still technically he did have to put 3 shots into it before it finished. But like I said, it's a minor nitpick. It doesn't ruin the movie in the slightest.
I think is that the liver or is that the heart?
Yeah.
I can't tell which.
Yeah. Well, in all the movies, it seems to be one or the other. To the liver, though.
Yeah.
Nobody can ever keep it straight. Of course, the parody of that would have been, "Dude, he's eating it." No, no. No. We just wanted to see if you'd really do it. This is a good scene. You see, he's starting to warm up to him now. Like, yeah,
Yep.
okay, I like this guy. He's not so bad.
Bunchy. Uno más?
Una más.
Lieutenant.
You're wearing my hat. And as you remember from Silverado, another Kevin Costner Western, anytime a conversation starts like that, it tends not to end well. But here we're going to put a little twist on it.
Hey, Stun Brett 77. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Stunt Brett.
Thank you for that. No, there's no fight. Just a minor disagreement. Thanks, Sunbrat 777. Thanks for dropping in. Now when is his hair is a peacemaker, yep. And he's learning the English.
Boy,
Can we help you? Dinner and a show.
could be misconstrued.
Yeah.
Damn it. She's thinking, I have got to get my own place.
All the buffalo hides drying out, which the Indians, the Sioux, they use the whole animal. I mean, no part was wasted. Like the white hunters left them in the field. His noble steed, Cisco. His horse, his name is Benjamin. Yeah, got a little bit of a rodent problem there.
They suck. Merci.
This is another great scene. Seems like Two Socks brought him a present. Another scene that was cut out of the movie discussing a pseudonym for John Day John Barr. Yep.
And they're basically telling him, dude, it's not your fight. But he's
Yeah.
in it now. If he feels responsible, so. But of course, the plan is they're going to go and send men off to sort of quell this oncoming attack. But the best laid plans.
And they just told him his pseudonym.
Yep.
That sounds like Buffalo. Such a great language, too. Our current timestamp is 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 45 seconds. See, even with the being an extended version of this film, the pacing is just right on point. It never feels too long at all. At least that's how I feel, my opinion.
No, I gotta agree with you on that. Most extended cuts, you can understand why the cuts got made, but here it just, including these scenes, just makes the movie that much more.
Authentic,
And like
better
you said earlier,
storytelling.
yeah. And certain things make more sense once you kind of
Yeah.
get the whole context. Kingdom of Heaven is another one that's very good that way. That or the theatrical version is very good, but you know the extended version, you're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Right on the chin. Would have knocked her out.
This is the first time that the wolf takes food directly from his hand.
Yep.
So. Not anymore.
Yeah. A little bit denial moment. She doesn't prepare. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She hides it well. He's walking around good for a lieutenant who almost got his leg cut off just because he had a bullet in it. She like, nope, and your distance. Can't let everybody know or the gossip will go around the village. This is her. How do you do? Are you happy to see me? I think I might be happy to see him.
Now the roof caves in. 'Cause, the fit is about to hit the shan. Nah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. He found the bone marker. Oh, crime! They shot the dog. How dare them? They should be killed for that.
John Dunbar, concussion number 3.
That was a cut scene. Let's see. Granny's gonna go medieval on your ass.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was an MPAA cut.
Yeah. I love that scene. She just blows the Pawnee away. Oh, this is sad here. This elder gets killed. By the Pawnee bad guy. Damn, he was already dead, man. Jeez. Oh, yeah, you're toast, pal. Slightly overkill, but I can understand their position.
So now the younger warriors are returning home and wondering exactly, hey, wait a minute, what the hell?
Current
Oh, that's
timestamp
good.
is 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 1 second.
Mhm. Shortly, we're going to be entering what's going to be our extended third act.
Yep.
Now, watching this now, I realize this movie really does not have a whole lot of action in it. But what's there is effective enough.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just the right amount for what this story needed.
It's
You
a
know,
very dialogue
yeah.
storytelling film, and it does it extremely well.
It doesn't depend on the action to save it like a lot of movies these days. I'm sure if they tried to make this now, they would be like, great, but are there dinosaurs in it? And yeah, I get I'm ragging on Jurassic Park a little bit, but you get what I mean. You know, there's nothing
Mhm.
there's nothing flashy in this thrown in just to throw it in. You know, everything's organic. It all makes sense.
Yeah, I love food. Hostiles is probably the closest modern day movie to this.
Oh yes, Hostiles
I'm
is
gonna, you know what?
excellent,
I've never seen that film. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
excellent movie. It's Christian Bale, who we
Yeah,
saw in
I know.
310 Yuma. Wes Studi is in that as well. Ben Foster is also in that. Scott
Oh,
Wilson,
great.
um, Jonathan Majors. It's got a pretty good cast. I highly recommend it. Very dark movie. It kind of takes place sort of around the same time as this, maybe a little bit later on, but yeah, I would highly recommend maybe doing that some week.
Yeah,
And with it being like a first watch for you, I would like to see what your reaction to it would be.
absolutely.
And if anybody wants to go back to one of the previous shows and see a true first watch, um, uh, we did a Bone Tomahawk a few months
Yeah,
back.
Bone Tomahawk.
That,
Yeah,
that was the first time for both of us. So that was some very genuine
yeah,
reactions to it,
yeah.
which was basically, watching it through, through our fingers, kind of. Us. Oh my God, that did not just happen. Oh, so you're
Yeah.
just gonna shoot him in the head and cut his head off? Okay, okay. Let me know when it's over. Okay.
I think that could be arranged. Styles next week.
Well, I like to see that. What are you doing talking to us then? You're going. What do I do? I'm sorry. Has no one had this conversation with you? Sorry.
All I do is wait. Looks like all the gifts were taken back. Oh, thank you for the wonderful analogy. I love food. If this is a love letter to the time, he says hostiles is an apology for, I guess, white men's treatment of Indian peoples and tribes.
I agree. I love food.
Caught red-handed.
What color are their hands now?
Well, I don't know. Maybe probably brown because they were on the ground. Again, love the cinematography in this. Love that those long pull back shots of the mountains and the lake. This is like poachers. They're not true hunters, just poachers. Boy, they drank a lot. Now his mind is different to the buffalo hunters. Yep.
Yeah, well, by this point, his entire point of view has shifted, and he's become a Sioux.
The scene makes so much more sense now, though, in a way. That is a conquistador's helmet. Spanish conquistador. Wait a minute.
Bill, would you care to field that last question?
Did he say Texans all this time? Or is that this Bill's fault? Hmm.
And what does he find when he gets back to camp? The wretched
The
hive of
cavalry.
scum and villainy.
Yep. Oh, the show Cisco, not Cisco. Oh. My poor Cisco, man.
Zero fire discipline. John Dunbar, concussion number 4.
Yep.
And you may recognize the lieutenant. He's an actor named Charles Rocket, who was a Saturday Night Live cast member at one point and played Bruce Willis' brother on Moonlighting. Unfortunately, he's since passed. Another kind of went way too young. You kind of get the idea in that if it was another kind of a movie, if it was a cavalry movie, he probably would have been like Costner's sidekick or something. They would have been pals. Going, geez, we're stuck with these assholes. What are we gonna do? Then you might recognize some of these guys. The guy in the background there, Spivey. He was in The Bodyguard. And this guy here, the sergeant with the beard, he was on NYPD Blue for a while too.
John J. Dunbar, concussion number 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can count
This
that
one's
as 2.
This one's a doozy.
And notice how what the differences are between this movie and a similar movie, Avatar, and how Avatar gets it wrong and this gets it right.
find this quite odd. For a man who can't read is looking at this book. What a crime. Gotta get going. Words and pictures. Up in 6 hours. Okay. Good. Yeah, we're almost to the end.
Yeah, we're almost to the end of it. It's at this point that you wonder how any of them got through puberty.
Yeah. Yeah, this truly is a remarkable, amazing film. And I can really appreciate the extended version here. Didn't know what I was missing till I saw this version of the film. Oh no, not 2 socks. You bastards. Leave 2 socks alone. Concussion number 7. Well, this was a true close call. You would think with this was wrestling with all the shots to the head. Yeah. Or 2 socks. Damn bastards.
And a fella who winds up killing 2 socks, you might remember him from Reservoir Dogs.
He played the cop?
Yeah.
Got his ears cut off.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why no one gave a shit. I first saw that movie. I remember somebody saying, that was for the wolf.
Wow. I would have, at the time, I wouldn't have been able to put that together. Although if I heard it now, I'd probably be laughing.
And the only good character dies.
Yeah. That was for the wolf. 10 out of 10, says Words and Pictures.
Bauer proving what a coward he really is. Oh, was that the good ear, Marvin? And goodbye, Spivey. You piece of shit.
Yep.
All right. Oh, but we're not quite done.
You shouldn't have done that. You made Smiles a lot, not Smile.
Thunk.
And you will pay with your life. You took away his smile. How dare you?
Careful, son. Don't fall on that.
You forgot your tomahawk. Yeah, Tom, I got kill at the end. Brilliant.
Yeah. Why, do you want to do it? No.
Scalp him.
No, don't scalp that one.
Spivey had to not journal.
Yep. And there it goes.
Only to be found.
Now the winter camp. Finally made it back.
Oh, she's happy to see him alive.
Or how Cold Mountain should have ended. Oh, that's a deep cut. Sorry. Well, it kind of does anyway, but you know.
No, you cannot find a woman like that in 2022. That's right. Where's the pictures? Thank you. Where's the pictures? This is another brilliant scene. The dialogue here between the two of them. The smoke. Thank you, Words and Pictures, for that dancing. The dog. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Words and Pictures.
Mary McDonald was hot. Well, she was when she made this film, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
This is me almost all the time. I'm always looking for something I can't find.
Look what I made for you in shop.
Oh, it's actually you and I. Oh, I won't be a English teacher.
Yes, have fun out there in the snow, Major Idiot. You're not coming back.
This scene tells a lot too.
Mhm.
He almost died for this. Great sketch work. Yep, the journal has returned.
The circle is complete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hackame, I agree. This scene always does get me, too. The dynamic between the different relationships that were made. What, even now, if you don't like Kevin Costner, it just makes this film brilliant storytelling and all around great film. Thank you, Hackame, for that sticker. $1.49 sticker or super chat.
It's almost like they went that way.
Yeah. And the wolf returns. The lone wolf. This is one that I'm going to continue to enjoy for years to come. I mean, probably watch this one or at least every other year. Such an enjoyable film, for sure. And that is the Dances with Wolves extended version. Thank you, Words and Pictures. Thank you so much. I enjoy bringing these Western films as much as you enjoy joining me to watch them and talk about them, which I think we're going to start doing here in a while. Just have little discussions about these Westerns. Truly remarkable. And I enjoy bringing, because in the world of today's films, this just goes to show you, remind you what good filmmaking and storytelling can be done in the art of making film and movies.
This isn't your standard, by the number Marvel, CGI mess. I almost hate saying it's a real movie because every movie is a real movie, but there is a difference. This is a real movie. Predator is a real movie. Top Gun Maverick is a real movie. Why? Because you got to go back 30 or 40 years to find movies like this, and I think that's a real shame. But hopefully Hollywood will get the proper message from Top Gun Maverick and realize that people just want to be entertained and that have good stories to them. That's what you relate to.
Yep.
And thank you, Words and Pictures, for the kind words. It's always good to see you here in our chat. And Hakami, it's nice. It's nice to meet you. It's just the first time I'm seeing you in a chat. So
I'm pleased, Words, that you could join us. I know it's late, and you have to be work. So it really is a joy that you got to view this tonight with us. Anybody out there, and I'm sorry for those who catch us on the replay or doing a search on Dances with Wolves. Like I said, my description says I can't show these films, so this is a live watch party, and so you'll have to find your own copy of this version if you wish to see it. I'm sorry I can't actually have it, or I'll get in trouble with YouTube. So, if I could, I certainly would.
Yeah. Unfortunately, these Dances with Wolves is not yet a public domain movie. Probably won't be for some time. And even something you have to understand that even with the public domain movies, you can sometimes run into trouble, because I believe, Bill, not too long ago, you tried to show a public domain movie and
I did.
Yeah. And that was, I think last Halloween.
I think it was Freaked.
Yeah, Freaks. Yeah. We Bill had a watch party for Freaks, and we got yeeted probably about 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And had to switch over kind of real quick to something else. But,
to Cosme. Yeah.
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 And anybody who's never seen Freaks, that movie's a trip and a half.
Todd Browning's The Freaks.
Recommend it. Todd Browning, director of the Bela Lugosi Dracula.
Mm-hmm. So what you got going on, Words?
Well, I am at the top of the hour. I'm going to be in the chat for Geeky Geezers. That's going to be hosted by Aged Boomer and Troy Pacelli.
Nice.
Hopefully, I'll be able to stay up. Late enough for Late Night Casino over on Culture Casino's channel for his Sunday night program. I'm going to be on 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's channel for the next 2 Tuesdays for Toxic Tuesday. And we're going to be talking about Black Rain this week with Michael Douglas, directed by Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
And the week after that, Midnight Run, starring Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin.
Oh, yes.
Two very good late 80s, early 90s films. My channel is, of course, back up and running. I think I'm up to like 117 or 18 subs. I'm very happy about that. So I have a 100 sub live stream to plan at some point. I am going to have new content coming up, including a review of the new Sylvester Stallone film Samaritan. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to drop my link in the chat.
All right. Cool.
As soon
Yes.
as I get my
Thank you.
phone off the
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I think I can try to get that for you next week. The Hostiles, is it? From
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I can work that out where I can have that. So
Yeah,
look for it in
Hostiles.
coming days.
Words and pictures referring to a karaoke streams. Deleted scenes. Next time you're doing karaoke, I request you sing Talking Heads Once in a Lifetime. Okay, well, I'll have to practice that one. Okay, I'll try and get that to you sometime really soon. My link is in the chat, so if you're not yet subbed
Right there.
to my channel, please, in fact, sub to everybody, sub to each other, sub to Bill if you're not subbed yet.
Absolutely.
Because as Orville Nation says, we grow together. So,
Thank you, Words. Good night, my friend. I'm Jedi Bill, and with me, my great co-host, Deleted Scenes. Y'all have a good evening, and we'll see you next week. Good night, folks.